Hey y'all, so I just got back from the Miss Universe Asia tour. I'm actually gonna watch some of the highlights and walk y'all through some of my favorite moments. Okay, so this is when we arrived in Malaysia, and we were so happy to actually arrive all together because Gabriella had an issue with her passport and we were held up at the airport for about an hour in Thailand before flying into Malaysia. And we actually went through security without her and we weren't sure if she was gonna make it in time. And then at the last minute, Gabriella comes and she's like, hey, I'm going with y'all to Malaysia. And we finally make it. And so we were really happy to land there. The fans were incredible. Super loud. They gave us flowers and then we actually went straight into dinner after that. So it was nonstop. We had a dinner, we did hot pot, and one of my favorite memories actually was at dinner. They busted out the karaoke and we all just started letting loose. This was so fun because I felt like we were off camera, but clearly we weren't. I didn't know they were filming, but I felt like we could let loose and we were just singing whatever. I can't sing, but I got in there. I was singing Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby One More Time. Like everybody started singing. Like people were scared at first and then people would join in. And that's like one way we really got to know each other for our first night in Malaysia. So after that, the karaoke came out almost every night. The press conference day, we were introducing the new owner and president of Miss Universe Malaysia. She was really accommodating. She was a great host. She seemed like she really had a straightforward plan and was ready to take over the ownership. So I have a lot of respect for her because I can tell that she has a lot of great plans and she's a really hard worker. She was an amazing host. So just by judging how she planned our stay, I know she has a lot of plans for the actual organization and competition. This is when we went to the Malaysia Association for the Blind, and this visit was really special because we met some beautiful, warm-hearted children that were visually impaired, and they actually did a really cool performance where this 5-year-old girl played piano and she was so talented. It was so moving. The music was beautiful, and what I loved about that is music is something we can all relate on no matter what language we speak. So it was really cool to have that moment to sit down and connect with everybody there. Oh, and the kids, they were so sweet. I loved being able to play with the kids because we had such a busy schedule. It was like back-to-back interviews or photo shoots. But when we got in the play place and we were playing with the slides and everything, I was like, okay, I can let loose a little bit. This is where we visited the Batik Center. For me, that was everything because I'm a designer, and we saw how they actually took silk and added color to it and did like a wax resist to make the batik. And I actually studied this in college under my fibers major. So this was really cool because the silk, you can add any color you want to it. I did this same technique for my Miss Universe cape. So the swimsuit cape I actually dyed and made orange and red and made it look kind of like fire and lava. So for me, I absolutely love to see other people all across the world dyeing fabric as well. This was in Bali, Indonesia, when we visited the Garden of Angels restaurant. It was so beautiful. You walk in, there's open air. There was beautiful statues overlooking rice fields and different mountains, and the landscape was amazing. We actually got to sit down with the owner and he told us how he built the restaurant and the idea behind it, just giving thanks to nature. And let me tell you, I want to visit him again, not only because it was so amazing to have that peaceful, quiet time and eat amazing food, but the owner was really funny. So this was our first dinner in Bali, Indonesia, and it was really nice to sit down with the president of Miss Universe Indonesia and her team and get to know them a little bit more. We had a fabulous dinner. It was really nice. Indonesia was actually my favorite spot that we went to. So in Indonesia, in Bali, the Miss Universe Indonesia actually made a donation on behalf of the organization for this cancer center. So that was really cool because it was going towards treatment for kids in Bali that were going through chemo. And it was really great to connect and just hug the kids and give them high fives and bring a smile to their face. Ooh, so this gown I absolutely loved wearing. It was by an Indonesian designer and it had all this volume in the back, and as soon as I put it on during the fitting, I was like, that is the one. That's the one I'm wearing to the gala. I just loved the design behind it and how it was really unique. But let me tell you, it was actually really funny trying to put the sash on. They actually had to cut a hole to put my Miss Universe sash on, and then sitting down in it, eating dinner, I didn't realize, but because it was so wide in the back, I couldn't look back and see anybody. Okay, the Miss Universe Indonesia Gala was incredible. These performers just kept coming out with a bang. This lady is playing harp. There was dancers, there was traditional dancers, there was glow-in-the-dark costumes, there was lights coming from the ceiling. I was like, what is this production? It is amazing. Poppy, the Miss Universe Indonesia president, she pulled out all the stops for this. It was really cool to be a part of. That's us arriving in Vietnam. That was our last leg of the tour. We were so tired, but more than happy to be in Vietnam. That was my second time visiting Vietnam, but it was really cool to have that full circle moment and come back as Miss Universe, because the last time I was in Vietnam was in 2018 and I was on a solo backpacking trip. And I spent 2 weeks in Vietnam. I had nothing but a backpack and no plans on where I was going in Vietnam. I ended up going to about 3 cities and I have those amazing memories. And then to come back and be Miss Universe and do amazing work and meet people and have those dinners and wear traditional clothing, the experience was phenomenal. Also, the last night of our tour was the Miss Universe Vietnam dinner, and it was at the most beautiful venue I have ever seen, called the Rose Villa in Saigon. And there was flowers and decor everywhere, and there was so many rooms with different like pinks and purples and strawberries, and it was just decadent and elaborate. The owner actually said it took, I think, 9 years to make. There was flowers and plants everywhere. I mean, everywhere I turned, I was like, this place is incredible. I was trying to take photos all the time. So the trip overall, I would say, is one of the most incredible experiences of my life. Definitely a dream come true to travel and actually do work. And it was really cool to go through everything with my sisters, Dominican Republic, Andreina, and Miss Curacao, Gabriela. We have so many memories that only we share, whether we're tired or we're taking photos and our cheeks hurt or we have to wake up early. It was definitely very exhausting. Every single day we worked, but I am more than happy to do it all over again. I mean, it was fast days. We met so many incredible, talented people in Asia. I mean, the creativity and the teams, they were so well thought out, so intentional, and so respectful to all of us girls. And they really made me feel like Miss Universe. So I hope I can go back to Asia again.